week back. Took a week off, but I think it was a good week to take off because a lot of stuff piled up during that week.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, we can get the basics out the way because I'm here, and then Bell also showed up. G, McFly,
yo,
all here.
The band's all here. Well, we can go over these Kanye tweets.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong. Y'all said he's not high. I think he got to be on something. Prescription, something. Something ain't right.
I think he's completely sober when he tweets. He tweets like he thinks, which I think is the
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because you notice normal people tweet like this, where it's just random, and those are all the people that just tweet whatever come to their mind. Because you're like, yo, how'd you get from here to here? Except with Kanye, he's just magnified because it's Kanye and in the subject matter. It's funny that he was Mr. He's a coon for the last however many years. And all of a sudden he starts talking about owning your masters and all that stuff, and all of a sudden he's pro-black and black on everybody's side.
That always bothers me, dude. Like, he said one thing that made sense, and now everyone comes, yo, Kanye's right, man. He on something right now, and that's all it took. So he can go shuck and jive for your boy Trump and talk all this other stupid stuff, but he drops one thing about masters, which is he's not the first person to mention this, nor is he the first person to get his masters back. And that's all it took. It's just, he makes so much sense now all the time. Really?
Ray Charles had his masters.
Right. This is not even a new thing.
Stevie Wonder, countless other artists. It's literally what they say in business, and this applies to every business you are, what you negotiate.
Right.
And you have to sign that. It's just like when our thing pop off, it's going to be whatever we sign. That's what we have to stick to until it's time to renegotiate.
And that's the thing they don't talk about, man. These boys making millions, and they're like, well, we should get more. Well, go negotiate more. Like, it can be done, but don't be like, man, the system's against me. Like, you got millions of dollars, a huge platform. You're not living like most people living. We the modern day slaves. Shut the fuck up. Don't do that.
And what I was telling, what I said to Reek, I said, the funny thing is, he signed this deal when he was probably worth $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This wasn't the deal. Like, this not an entry level deal. It's another deal you negotiated after you played in the field and things like that. You just looked at all the zeros on the contract and didn't look at the back end, like most people. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to
get your money
for that if you're ready, because the people, what they say, the people behind the scenes, behind the camera, always the people who get the real money anyway.
Yeah. So
facts.
It's always been the idea of ownership is just funny with black folks, because black folks never look at the other side of the coin. We never look at it from the owner's perspective. So the thing is that what a lot of black folks don't realize is, when you can't be talking to me, it's like you can't be talking all that ownership stuff and then looking for deals at the same time. Instead of, starting your own and everything like that, because the reason, like, not saying that people don't get screwed out of deals, because they do.
That's the whole point.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, most of the time I'm putting up the money. I'm taking all the risk if you're an owner.
Distribution costs, the recording you,
right.
All of the risk. Think about all the artists that aren't shit or that fall off after that first album. And they got all this money pushed into them already that now they owe money, essentially.
It's simple business, period. If you a plumber, but you don't have the tools to be a plumber, the company does, you at the will of the company until you can buy your own tools.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not, and that's the thing that's being misconstrued a lot, especially when I'm seeing online and everything like that. Nobody is talking about putting up their own or doing their own thing. Like, nobody's saying, they talking about ownership, like getting back what we're owed. Yeah, but you signed the contract. In this case, slavery is a choice.
That's funny. Really funny.
Yo.
That was really funny.
Early.
That was
Oh,
funny.
shit.
That was really
He
funny.
said it is a choice. Damn.
That was funny.
Look
Look at G.
G Maddie hopped
That
on
was
it. He's
funny.
like, I need to
That
log
was
off.
funny.
I'm not
He
riding
even
with you.
put his head down. Go New Orleans, right?
It's true. It's like you signed all this.
Yeah.
Like you signed the deal. And then like in Kanye's case, when he was on the other side of the coin, why is he acting like he didn't screw people over with his deals that he gave people?
That's the thing too.
I
It isn't like
was-
one person gets on and then doesn't do the same shit to the
I was
person that
about
they
to say
signed.
that. I was about to say that. What he's trying to do to get his is basically what people trying to tearing down or whatever it was online at the time was tearing down Jay for. He's trying to sell his company to retain his work. So what about the artists that signed under you? So what about the Big Sean's and Tiana Taylor's and the Sahas or whoever that's under your imprint? They're going to go through the same thing in 5 years when they wake up, I guess, or if not. But you're not trying to give that to them neither. So
Right.
At the end of the day, just say it's business. Don't say it's about freeing people because the only person that's generally going to benefit from it is you or whoever. It's just like all of us went to college. It's like, yeah, our parents don't benefit from our degree in a sense, even though they help, support us. They told us to go to school for us, for the betterment of us. We're going to be the people that benefit from this degree or whatever you do.
I just think like, Kanye's rant, Joe Budden's rant, everybody that's on this whole.
Oh, Joe, but he may even be worse. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
No.
He
Nah.
may even be worse. He
I
may
didn't-
even be worse.
Yeah.
First off, he may be worse. He may be worse.
Yeah, when he mentioned that his Spotify deal, like it was only for 2 years, but the second year was like an option. So it was only had like a 1 year deal with the second year to opt in, or you could have opted out. And you're basically telling everybody that they screwed you and they didn't give you all the stuff you needed or whatever. You could have left after the first year. When all your numbers were at its peak, when all your numbers were where they were, you could have opted out and then started renegotiating then and there, saying, okay, we're bringing this in. Like we tried to test this out for a year and you see what we're doing. And then, let's renegotiate. But no, you did another year.
I mean, he full of shit. Like, at the end of the day, he gets in the soapbox and he talks his shit. And it's like, those segments of his show, I just click through. I don't want to hear this shit about how you got screwed and there's oppression on the boat. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, you negotiate better. That's why, again, I'm not the biggest fan of Charlamagne, but he makes a good point. Negotiate better. If you didn't get what you wanted, then you should negotiate it. It's as simple as that. And if you can't give any more details about what you supposedly negotiated, no one's going to know the truth but you. So maybe you did and they just said, fuck you. All right, well, then go build your own shit. If you that dude, then go build your own.
And I'm sure all of you guys could agree to this. How about you don't negotiate in public?
Also true.
Yeah.
They say closed door negotiations. I know all of you have heard that. We've all worked for people and we all have done our own things. We don't say, well, such and such need to do this for me. No, you tell that to that person. You don't get a public, especially online where people don't mean nothing because these corporations don't have a face. You do.
But how much importance could you put into potentially having your following? Like if you claim you have the following you have, putting in that, okay, well, if this company don't believe I got this following, if I bring this to the public, maybe they'll see it.
I think the way you do it is you build your own thing. Like I was talking to one of my cousins, he's a developer, and he was like, so many times, if you got the platform, push them to your own shit.
That's
like,
what Ryan Leslie did.
I mean, you got the bread. You got the bread to make up a site that can drop recordings of your podcast, and you're already on YouTube, and you got he got like 800,000, 900,000, approaching 1 million. If you get half of that, but you get all the money, like I saw that, right? Ryan Leslie, he sold what? 200,000 albums and made $1 million off or something stupid like that.
Ryan Leslie
because he owned it. It was all him. So push that money into that. If you really want to make bread that's all yours and not have to go negotiate with nobody, make your own site, dude.
Right, and that's
Have links going back to it. Like, just go.
I
do
agree.
It.
I agree, but the fact of the matter is, everybody don't want to do that work, and I'm not saying they should have to. Honestly, like some people just want to be the kid with the idea in the back, right? So, pushing ownership on everybody seems foolish because we know that everybody can't be a boss, right? Like clearly somebody has to work for somebody or partner if you want to use Dame Dasher's terms, but
yeah.
But he wants to be that. I'm saying for him in particular.
No, he wants to be a boss. To be that.
He says ownership is what he wants. Is what he says.
Right, but
he's like begging for a deal, which is worker mentality.
But like what G was saying,
excellent point, G.
Right, and that's the thing. What G is saying, Joe wants to be, at the end of the day, the way he speaks and the stuff he talks about, he wants to be a worker, but he wants to get paid like an owner.
Yep.
So he doesn't want to put in the work that the owners put in. He doesn't want to put up the money that they put in, yet he wants to get paid for everything that he does. And it's just like, I mean, like I use battle rap for an example because Smack and URL, when they felt like they weren't getting paid enough from YouTube, they put their money together and made an app. So now, instead of putting the battles on YouTube, they don't do that anymore. You want to watch the battles, get a subscription to the app. You watch and you watch everything. We put everything on the app. And that's how they started keeping the money, $7 a month. So you multiply that by however many million people subscribe. But then, Joe Budden is basically saying, like, I want to post my stuff on YouTube and I want to get the bulk of the money, even though like it doesn't work that way. You're using my platform.
Why would I do that? Why would we do that?
If I'm YouTube, if I'm an owner, if I'm whatever, why should I give you the bulk of the stuff when I'm taking all the risk? I'm putting up all the money.
On top of the fact that you're just like a fish in a big like there's so many people on YouTube.
He's not even the biggest person in his space.
You don't matter to YouTube.
Specifically in his space, he's not the biggest person.
And Lear Cohen, he runs YouTube right now, right? He's the head of YouTube division.
YouTube music,
So it's like maybe that's the only thing that I could see is he has an in with was he there? Was he on Def Jam when he was there?
That was his CEO.
Okay, so that's the only thing that I could see. But like, this is just a different game. This is where you just got to you either got to put in the work or take the market rate.
Right. That's it. It's that simple. Like,
and not being funny, his market rate can be. I don't count people's money because I can't put a value on you. Whatever you feel you worth, whatever, right? But I will say this: if the going rate, just like you said, G, if the market rate is 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, and I say I want 50, but somebody else is doing the exact same thing you doing and getting 10, it's 10 it is. Simple.
It goes back to the side conversations we was having. It's like in his brain, he's the most creative person he's ever met ever.
Right.
And everything that he did is the first time that anybody ever did it. So I should get paid like it. Like he's overvaluing the ideas that he's bringing to the table, ideas that have existed for the eternity of
nothing new under the sun.
Which is why I hate that he keeps calling himself a creative when he hasn't created anything new. It's like
the podcast isn't new. The hip hop version of the podcast isn't new.
How about
the former rapper doing a podcast isn't new?
Right.
Like nothing of it is new.
One-on-one isn't new. Like
no. I think he was saying that like it seems that his white counterparts get paid better. That was a part of what he was saying.
That's the way the world. That's the way the world works.
That's still negotiation, and that's also true.
But that's the way the world works.
But it.
He doesn't want to work that way.
Even with that, they bring in. He brings in. Joe Rogan brings in a bigger audience than Joe Budden.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
you can't sit there and compare yourself.
He has a president on like speed dial. Like it's different.
Right.
It's different levels of reach.
This level.
Trump's not
like,
calling Joe Budden like you need to talk on your couch. It's not happening.
Like Michelle Obama got a much bigger deal than him. Why? Because Michelle Obama has a much bigger audience. Like he keeps
Michelle Obama.
like,
What are you talking about?
He keeps thinking he has the same type of level with these people. Like G was saying, he thinks his ideas are bigger than what they are. He thinks he's bigger than what
he gets less views in academics. I mean, it's just facts. It's just numbers wise, he's below that dude who has no real rap career at all. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
it's just who he caters to.
Yeah,
like not being funny, he caters to us. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Reed. I'm sorry.
I don't even know if he caters to us really.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on
not us, but
the collective
bracket. The age bracket.
The age bracket, hip hop culture.
I think his age bracket is a lot younger. I think it's
talk about old people stuff.
His age bracket is like college students.
You know, it depends though. Because he's an old head, so it kind of depends.
He's an old head, but who are the people that actually think Joe is smart?
No. Well, that's the young ones. They
think
I watch him because he's dumb. Like not because I watch him for the opposite reason.
He's definitely valuable to the entertainment space because it's like I can't stand listening to Nori tell the same story 1,000 times, so I don't listen to Drink Champs a lot.
Nori is the king of cutting people off. My goodness.
It depends on who he has on for Nori.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It depends who he has on. But Nori just if he was just ripping, I'd be like, I'm okay.
I actually like Gilly's podcast.
I like Gilly's look for older crowd.
I like Gilly, but
I'm for older crowd.
I'm still mad about Gilly for that Black Lives Matter shit, man.
Man, you listen to his, but the thing is
good, but that's still
the one thing I don't see. The thing is, I can't knock you for your opinion with that, right? It's not like I'm that person that's not all or nothing. Like you could be against this and for this. Like you don't have to. I don't even agree with everything BLM stand for, but I'm going to agree with it wholeheartedly. I don't agree everything Gilly says for, but I do listen to his product. It's just like what's going on with Chick-fil-A. A lot of people don't believe in their political strategy. No, for real.
Chick-fil-A, that's a real debate.
No, it's
that
not because you brought up BLM. That's a real debate. It's an ideology, but I'm going there for something else. Because just as much as I don't like Gilly,
food is amazing. Nobody stops.
Boy, is it.
Nobody stops going. You be like, I know this is wrong, but damn it tastes so good.
Yeah,
it tastes so right.
Never had Chick-fil-A.
Really? What? You about to culture, G. I give it to you, bro.
You gotta do it, man.
You gotta do it, though.
I had it this morning. I had it this morning.
I'm not going. It's not going down.
Why not?
Come on, man. I gotta stay away from fast food in general.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I get it. But it's good.
Well, it's not fast food. It's immaculate food that just happens to be cooked fast.
Okay.
It's different though, G. I'm just telling you, it's different.
Yeah, but yeah, like it's crowd. You know, it's you know what's funny about Joe and Charlamagne that they hate each other.
And they're the same guy.
They're the same guy. They're the exact same guy
with the same audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should be best friends. They should easily be best friends.
No, they did shows together. That's why I think with them. See, I feel that both of them pander, right?
Yeah.
Both of them have been accused of the same thing they tear down other people for.
Yep. 100%.
They tear down people to the death, but they've been accused of, and they go on the accusations just like the rest of the world.
Multiple times at that, not just once or twice, not just once, multiple times.
Charlamagne made a girl cry on camera in Little Mama.
And I know we was joking about business models and Master P, but like that's their business model. When does Joe pop off? When he's doing something stupid in the media. When does Charlamagne pop off? When he's doing something stupid in the interview.
Kanye.
That is their business model.
That's their business model. It's funny. I'm not telling them to stop, but
it's entertaining.
Just call it what it is.
It's entertainment. Yeah.
Should we move on to some NBA news?
There's only one thing to talk about in the NBA. Only one thing.
Well, you know, LeBron's son.
Is LeBron going to get the title in 5 games, in 6 games? Like, how many games left do we have to crown this motherfucker again? How many games? Because no one's beating. They're not losing.
I was going
if they run up against Miami, I don't know.
Miami has been a nice story. First off, if Miami beats them, then just by like NBA rules, LeBron has to go back to Miami. If he loses, it should just be like, you got to trade him back. What are you doing? If you lose to a team of like lovable losers after leaving that team, and also, by the way, if they lose to Miami, Pat Riley goes on as the greatest basketball team builder of all time. He has to. And I hate it.
25 years, man.
I feel like
he's not Jerry West.
In the conversation.
Yeah, but he ain't Jerry. Jerry West is that. That's Jerry West's title.
Yeah, I'll give that to Jerry West.
No, if he wins against LeBron this year with AD, I'm giving it to them.
Jerry West has built champions for like everywhere he's gone.
Don't care.
He got the Grizzlies to the playoffs.
I don't care.
Right.
Maybe this is the unpopular take. I don't care.
How about this? He changed the culture of Memphis.
Listen, don't even bring up Memphis.
Like, what did they do? The grit and grind ain't go no damn where. I don't care. I don't care about none of them teams.
Golden State.
Like, he created dynasties.
Lakers twice.
Right. Lakers 2 dynasties. Warriors dynasty.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care about any of that.
I
don't care.
And he drafted Kobe. Listen, and he drafted Kobe.
That's a low blow.
It's true.
I don't care. Yes, great.
He drafted Kobe.
He drafted Kobe. The great Kobe. The great Kobe.
You know, other than Dwayne Wade, Pat hasn't really drafted well.
I'm just saying, if he went with that team.
He drafted Kobe Bryant, man.
If he went with that team, I think LeBron should have to go back to Miami. And
Miami is not but a grit and grind team.
They are. Memphis. But look at where they are. They're about to be in the finals. I told you that Boston wasn't ready. Boston was never ready.
Yeah, but this is me and we was discussing this earlier. I like the bubble, I do, but it's no pressure. You got dudes that's practice players killing. Jamal Murray has had 50 points multiple times.
Yeah, that's not happening in real life. When you get outside the bubble, he's not. If that's the case, he's the top 3 guard in the league, which I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that.
That's the interesting thing, because you're seeing like 2 sides of the spectrums. You know, you're seeing people that are diehard LeBron fans talk about how hard the bubble is. And then you got the other side that people are just saying like, okay, it's not that difficult. It's the bubble. Like, because in the bubble, even though you can't really go nowhere, you don't have to travel.
But that's why there's no travel.
Right.
No jet lag.
No fans.
No distractions.
Right. There's no pressure.
And that's what make elite players.
Right.
The pressure.
So, you know, when they talk about the Clippers and the reports started before the bubble. Most of the team didn't even want to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they played like a team that didn't want to be there.
Man, did that.
Yeah. I'm not giving no excuse. They still choked it up, but they did. None of
they may need to. I said it on Twitter. They may need to trade that dude.
Who?
Pandemic P.
Jorge Pablo.
He got a whole new name now. Yo, he may need. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that dude, man. I guess you can't just trade him because you gave him the farm for him.
What the funny thing is? He didn't play bad that series. He had a bad game, but he had 30.
What?
He had 32.
When?
In the game they lost.
Which one? They lost 4 of them.
Oh, I forgot.
I was waiting for you to clean this one up.
The first comeback.
I'm waiting for you to clean this one up.
The first comeback, he had 32. In the other game before that, he had like 20.
Don't matter. He's a star. Play good every game.
Right.
That is true. That is
Game 7. You got it. Like
Kawhi didn't play great neither, and I'm not even a Paul George fan.
Didn't they say that Kawhi led them in like every statistical category? Didn't he lead them in like points, assists, rebounds, steals, block? Like, it was like
that's
something
a LeBron stat.
And the thing with Kawhi,
I'm just saying,
yeah,
right. And the thing with Kawhi, unlike Paul George, Kawhi is getting double teamed every time he touches the ball. Paul George was missing wide open threes, layups.
He was 10 feet off of him laughing.
Right.
He decided a backboard, and it was just like, well,
I can't defend that.
in the fourth.
It was so crazy. Even the announcer was like, "Whoa, way off!"
way off.
Like they were caught by surprise. Like, damn, dude.
Like in the fourth, like I can get
That's
first
bad.
quarter jitters. I get that first quarter jitters. Fourth quarter,
You've been jittery all game.
He's a
like that.
star.
My favorite nickname that I saw people calling was PG 13%. That was my favorite.
No, I'm not defending.
If
him
he's
by
a
any
star,
means.
Jimmy's a star. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
been a star.
No.
Oh, now he's a star.
He's a
I'm calling him a
workhorse.
B
No,
B class.
that's Reek. I was on the A
Oh,
He's
tier.
still not
No.
A level.
He's A level.
He-
He
if
A
you-
level. Yes.
What's Paul
You're
George?
crazy.
If Paul George gets to be called a top 5, 10 in the league, then
He's not that neither.
but they say it all the time.
I want to know. They don't know what they're talking about neither.
I see. Here's the thing that
He's
that-
talking
Paul
about
George
being
got
a
top
elite.
level talent. Just
Right.
not.
Jimmy buckets. Y'all saw what he
Yes.
did at the end of the game.
Jimmy Buckets. I'm on that train. He's an elite player. He's an A level star.
A.
I-
Hey, so he's
Hey.
Greek LeBron, Steph Curry, James Harden.
Sure.
Probably better.
What?
I agree with that too.
you wildin'.
Oh, James Harden level? Yeah, what did they do?
Still not James Harden.
I'll take him over James Harden right now.
I bet you Houston wouldn't.
Yeah, I bet you they would.
I bet you they wouldn't.
Jimmy.
They also
Jimmy-
run by idiots, so I don't know what they would do.
Okay, let's not forget Jimmy was in Minnesota stinking it up too.
Nah, he beat the whole team.
Right. He left because they were
Not
soft.
not on the court. On the
He
court,
left,
not off
he
the
left
court.
because that team was soft. What do you mean?
What
Nah.
goes-
about
team-
Chicago?
Didn't show up to practice like
That's
2 weeks, came in and called him soft, beat him and left.
I like that aggression. I like that aggression. So you're telling me, it's it's a level, right? It's levels.
He's an
So
A.
you're telling me just because Jimmy has a better playoff thing right now, little better playoff run in the.
I
in
told
the
you he
bubble?
was better in the playoffs when he was on the Sixers. He's
So
an
he's
A-level star.
he's better than Greek too, right?
I'm not saying he's better than Greek, but
He's up there with Greek too, right? So
I
he's
mean-
an MVP guy,
A minus is low as I'll go.
huh?
I would say Greek
You
is
like
on a
him
level
because he
by
played like a
himself.
football player, G.
Greek is on a
let's
level
stop
by
it.
himself, but like, is he an A star?
Huh?
Because Greek's better than James Harden.
Yeah, it's
I
easy
wouldn't
to
have
shut down
James
Greek.
Harden on that level either.
Every team that has shown us how easy it is to shut down Greek.
MVP, Jimmy Butler.
Every
The big
team
difference.
Every team has shown us how easy it is to shut down Jimmy Butler too, but they don't have to game plan for it.
Right. Jimmy Butler.
Hey,
Don't confuse. How about this, right?
I
all
hear
right.
you. I hear
Okay.
you. He's an A. though.
Okay. All right.
That's why they messing up. They ain't game planning for the real threat.
He
There
don't
you go.
score.
He don't score to the fourth quarter. How about
That's
Is
how
he-
that's obviously what you need to keep winning games.
Clearly,
He going to the finals. What
He
you
gets
mean?
big buckets, but you can't. Sit
That's
there
all
and-
that matters. He gets big
Man,
buckets.
Jimmy's an A-level talent, and at the end of most of his games, he got 15 points.
yeah?
You know,
He had a
TJ
big
Warren-
7 in the fourth.
it's the
TJ Warren
intangibles.
averages more points than
It's
Jimmy.
just the intangible.
Yeah. All right. So
A level. He
Jimmy
got
Butler-
A level intangibles.
so all right.
I'll give him
So-
that. He does have those.
Yeah.
A-level
Jimmy
intangibles.
Jimmy Butler's. You taking Jimmy Butler over Paul Pierce?
Yup.
Yeah.
Pierce has a championship, and he has way more intangibles than Jimmy Butler.
Ray Allen got a championship.
You taking Jimmy Butler
Ray
over
Allen
Ray
has
Allen?
multiple championships.
Yeah.
No,
I am. I mean, G's not, but I am.
Jimmy Butler never even.
I'm not taking Ray
G's
either.
shaking his head.
I'm not taking him over. I'm not taking over none of those dudes.
I mean, that's you.
You taking him
Jimmy
over
is
Kyrie
also-
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to ride with you, Mike. I'm really trying.
I mean, okay. Be honest though. What outside of winning with LeBron, what has Kyrie done?
He's done more
Outside
than
of
Jimmy.
winning,
He's great to watch.
what has Jimmy done?
He's a great scorer. I mean,
What has Jimmy
then
done?
they'd be about the same then. In that case,
What has Jimmy done?
then they about the same. What you saying?
No, what has Jimmy done?
About to go to the finals by himself.
Jimmy, think about
He ain't
this.
done that.
Bam,
He ain't done that.
Bam is an
Not going-
all-star.
Why? Oh, we gonna call out Bam now?
Bam is nice.
I wish I could just cut your whole feed right. We gonna
Bam's
talk
not
about
nice.
Bam like,
We not like-
like he the second coming of Shaq
Jimmy-
or somebody.
Bam is nice.
Damn,
Jimmy-
he nice, but come on, like that's Jimmy team.
There's only been like one game in the playoffs where Jimmy has carried them.
Yeah.
They are a
Listen,
committee
they're
team.
a well-designed
Pistons.
team.
They're grind. They're
Plus,
grind. They're a workhorse team, man.
That's where he wanted to go. Think about it. What team was Jimmy on where he was the best player until this year?
Thank you.
I would say in the playoffs, he was better. He played
No.
better than the Sixers.
We gonna say period.
Who was on them with Chicago?
He was the best player on that team for years.
Derrick Rose.
No, when Rose got hurt and it was just
yeah.
him, he was the best player on that team.
And they were getting swept.
They had an awful squad. That was a whole.
So they had Joe Kim. They had the team. They just
Joe
didn't
Kim?
have Derrick
They
Rose.
had
Joe
DJ.
Kim had one good knee and one good elbow. I don't want to hear that.
He proved he was the best
That
in
you
Minnesota.
never played.
Playoff
Huh?
Rondo.
They didn't go to the playoffs, did they? Oh, they got swept. Didn't they
He
get
proved
swept?
he was the
when
best in Minnesota.
Yeah, they got swept.
He was the
Okay,
best in Minnesota
all right.
too.
He proved
All right,
it.
and
He
then
proved it.
they
They were a
traded
better
to the
and they were a
Sixers,
better team.
and then they
He
get
was the best in the playoffs for the Sixers.
Yeah,
who they
they
lose
said
to?
it.
Didn't they lose?
Jimmy
said it.
They lost on a shot.
Yo, Rick
Sure.
about
Lost.
to a vein about
I
to
don't-
pop out his head.
If you win by 20 or 1, you still won.
Okay, so he's A then.
No,
Let's put it
he
this
ain't
way.
doodle.
Jimmy, he's not. But Jimmy lost to the Raptors, and he had Ben Simmons, Embiid,
Yep.
JJ
But that's
Redick.
not fair. They won the
That's a
That's a
title.
coaching problem. That's a coaching problem.
How?
Yeah, I think that was also a coaching problem.
They talked
Well,
about it.
we
They
know
talked
their
about
coaches isn't the
They
strongest.
went
Yeah,
to
no.
Game 7.
they talked about how they coached didn't know who the closer was, and he was just throwing plays out.
Well, you know why you don't know who the closer is?
Because Jimmy don't shine like that.
Jimmy's one of the options.
Thank you. He's a guy.
No, because
he's
Because the
a guy.
problem is
banking
those other guys couldn't get it
Yeah.
done. That was the problem.
He
he
got
couldn't give him them
hurt.
shots.
lazy ass Embiid and trash Ben Simmons.
He got hurt. Nobody not saying he not nice.
I'm
but
saying in those games, if you
You-
go back and watch those Sixer games, he
A
was the
level.
guy getting busy. He was 100%
Was-
able
was-
to
how
get
about
it.
this?
he was
How
the
about
guy.
this?
Ben was
How
shook
about
because he
this?
can't shoot, and
How about
Embiid
this?
lazy ass wouldn't get in the post
How
trying
about
to hit
this?
threes all game.
How about this?
Jimmy kept
Was he
him in.
Kawhi?
100%.
He
Was
let
he
them
Kawhi?
clowns in Philly. He let them clowns do whatever they did all 3 quarters, and then in the 4th quarter, he went and got the ball and got them buckets.
Was he Kawhi?
100%. He was
Yeah.
Kawhi-esque. He wasn't quite Kawhi. but
Jimmy's
like,
the
he
poor
was-
man's Kawhi.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you
that's
that.
what he
but,
is.
but he's still A.
So
He's still A tier.
I'm still going.
If
with
you're
He
a
can
poor
be a
man's
poor man
Kawhi, you
anything
still
and
A
be A.
tier.
If I'm doing the fantasy draft and Jimmy on the board, I'm taking him.
First,
I mean, not
Fantasy?
first.
You know what fantasy
first.
is about, right?
It depends.
Not
what
Fantasy
pick
is
you
about
are.
stats.
I'm not mad that I
Quarter.
got Jimmy.
if you're calling him an A guy and he's on the board, you take him with your first pick.
No.
Over
It depends
Green.
where you
Others.
are, though. If you
Yeah.
like a top 3 pick, you're
No,
gonna take
if you're a
somebody
top-
who's maybe slightly better.
Jimmy
I'm not
is
saying we're not saying he's number 1 in A tier. We're saying he's in A tier.
Jimmy.
In the A tier.
What's how many is in the 8 tier is the bigger question. 12?
Right? Is he? If they just did a draft right now with the whole pool, is Jimmy a top 10 pick?
I'd say so. I
Top
think he's a top
15.
10 pick.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm
I
about
I mean,
to
if you
drink
give him a top
this.
15,
I'm
top
about
10,
to
I mean,
drink
whatever.
this.
Is that hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Yeah, clear all that shit out your mouth. Talking about this Jimmy shit. Give my man Jimmy some respect.
No,
You go into the finals, he's not a bum. They're not a bunch of B
I didn't
players.
say he's a
an
bum.
A. He's an A. The rest of them boys is like B minuses. He's an A. There's a bunch of B minuses and C's on that team. You said Bam. Okay, I'll give you Bam maybe as a B plus. I'm not giving him A tier.
Bam is not a B plus. So your scale. Oh, okay. I get it.
So Bam's an A tier?
No. You grade on a curve. I see it. The way you grade is a curve. So Jimmy is an A because the rest of his players are B's.
No, it's
Okay.
not because of that. I'm
I
just
get
saying
it.
if I had to rate the whole team, he's an A tier. And they go into the finals. They're gonna get smacked by LeBron, but I mean they'll get there.
Is he going to get a game?
I give him a game.
Jimmy. Is Jimmy going to get a game?
Yes, he'll get you a game.
Jimmy going to get you that 40 point.
I don't know how many points he's gonna have, but he'll get you a game.
He'll do the
We'll
right thing.
see. We'll see about this one.
He'll get you a game.
'Cause
Okay.
Either way, it's a countdown to LeBron's 4th ring.
Jimmy is nice, but he ain't A.
I mean,
That's why he the only play. If you A, they open up the bridges for you. That means everybody would have won them. Only people that wanted him was Miami because Pat Riley said he's a Heat guy. You want to know who else is a Heat guy?
I thought
You wanna know
I don't
you
know
wanna know
if
else a Heat guy?
that's true.
Rick, who else is a Heat guy?
Udonis Haslam.
Udonis Haslam.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know if that was his
Prime time.
only
I already
option.
do.
I think he wanted to go there.
No, that's the only place. It's not. He wanted to go there. That's the only place that wanted him.
Vlogs, man. You got to follow his YouTube channel. He wanted to go there. He wanted to play pinochle. He wanted to run the beaches.
He said he wanted to go there.
Yeah, if
So
you
I
ain't
don't know.
doing,
I don't know if he had no other offers. I think he
If you
wanted to
ain't-
go there.
If you ain't running the beaches and Thames, it don't count.
That's facts.
That's facts.
That's facts. How y'all feel?
That's
How y'all
sick.
feel about How you feel about the Dame back and forth, Dame and Clippers?
Dude, you know what? Dudes got on me on Twitter because I said Dame can't say nothing.
Yeah, he loses quicker than them.
He was like, "Yo, why can't he? He sent them both home before." And blah 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 blah.
I mean,
blah,
they
blah,
had a
blah.
better team. It's kind of hard for them. Like I don't know.
It's like I look at it this way: Dame Lillard, after the first round,
Yeah, watch it. Just watch
I
it.
know what he about to say.
Just watch
after
it.
the first round, he does the same thing they do. So he wants to talk about playoff P. We're talking about playoff Dame. After that first round, he's been mediocre.
Playoff P is trash though. Like most of the time,
Dame has been trash.
Dame at least has some highs, has some moments, man.
Nah,
I
he
don't-
had a
round.
real bad
In-
low
in
last
the-
year.
In the first round.
They were the Clippers. Matter of fact, they were nothing but the Clippers of last year.
At the same time, though, that team was not picked to be the champion.
Reek, were they
That's
or
a
were they
better
not the Clippers
team.
of last year?
They were.
Dame has no Kawhi to bail him out. Dame does
Dame's
not have a
supposed to be the
team
Kawhi to
that.
bail him.
Thank you. Dame is the Kawhi.
But that's why, so he can talk shit to P. They should have been still playing. I don't know.
They can't.
They
can't
lost
even-
to Golden State without Kevin Durant.
He's
They
still a
had the
better team
lead
without
going into
Kevin
the third
Durant.
quarter every game.
They still a better team without Kevin Durant than them boys. You serious? That's still
They
a team that won the
blew
title
the
before
lead.
that.
They lost the same way the Clippers lost. They lost.
Right. They were up 20 points like every game.
And lost every game.
And they were playing against who now?
They lost.
Are they playing against who though? The Nuggets you're talking about right now?
No, it's
Okay.
not the point.
That is the point. It's a
He
better
lost
team that
the
they
same
played
exact
against.
way.
I'll do this. G, you appreciate this. How do you explain Dame getting swept by the Pelicans
Yeah.
in the first round? And
Yeah.
he's the higher seed.
Yeah.
I mean, shit happens.
Yeah.
What you want me to say? Shit happens.
You go back in there, Vaughn.
Yep, that's what you say. You go back in there, Vaughn.
I'm
Nah,
just saying,
listen.
shit happens.
No, it's the same. He's being a hypocrite. This is the and like
I would just say that the Clippers are a better team, and I would think most people would agree, even without Durant, they played against a worse team in Denver. So I think he can talk shit. Okay, you lost to Golden State. Like, okay, you still got like 3-4 All-Stars on that team, even without Kevin Durant. Like,
No, Portland technically had a better team.
I don't.
Portland went 7 games with Denver last year without the bubble.
Portland had a better team when they lost to Golden State.
But that's what I'm saying. I think if the Clippers are supposed to be above them, I should have beat them. If you just said
that's what
they
we're saying about
they won
Portland.
7.
That's what we're saying about Portland. They're the Clippers of last year.
And if I'm Paul George, can we say if Dame did anything better than Paul George did when he was at Indiana?
No. And
I mean,
unlike
there's some similarities.
and
I don't see a
unlike
big
Dame
difference.
and unlike Paul George, you could tell he don't play the same since he broke his leg.
Yeah, the injuries
broke
catching up.
His leg broke
His
off
knee
like
went through his body. It was crazy.
Trent
Yeah.
broke apart like a G.I. Joe.
Come on, man.
That's rude. He's not the same player no more. But like I said,
Did he change chats? He changed chats.
My man Reek called me out. I had to go through with it.
That's right. Every Dame person that was arguing me on Twitter when I said, okay, explain losing to the Pelicans in 4 games, they had nothing to say.
I think he was sick that series.
I said neither one of them. I said P shouldn't have said nothing. Pat Bev couldn't say nothing. Dame can't say nothing because none of y'all won anything.
Right.
Nothing.
To be
Right.
fair, anytime Pat Bev speaks, I respect it.
Why?
I just like
If it
his
ain't
energy.
Tim's, it don't count.
He won me over for good.
What did he do?
The way
See his
he
work ethic?
worked out in Tim's on the beach,
beach.
in sand.
Oh, look
If
at
it
him.
ain't Tim's, it don't count. Your Tim's ain't on, it don't count.
Pat Bev is interesting.
Pat Bev looked like he drink cans of beer. The tall boys.
Yeah, of course.
The 22-ounce joints.
Pat Bev showed up game 7.
Yeah, he played well. He played
He showed
well.
up.
He played well. He got heart too.
He's not an
He's
18.
Jimmy
guy.
Butler type of guy.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Stop it.
those. Don't do
Stop
those.
it.
Yeah.
That dude, Pat Bev is a C tier. Don't do that.
Z.
He's
Yeah,
C
your
tier.
grading scale is crazy.
He's C tier.
Nah, he's.
What is he?
He probably got a C grade in 2K, actually.
Probably.
Probably does.
A 78 overall. that's what he rocking right now. I guarantee it. Great defense with 78 overall. Watch.
What else do you do?
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, lockdown defender at 6'3".
Lay up a
He's
70.
Like that's it. He gonna be missing shit all the time. Yeah. 78 overall.
How do y'all feel about LeBron saying the voting for MVP is weird and they follow narratives?
First off, number one, they always follow narrative, so shut the fuck up. Number two, most of the time the narrative is kissing your ass, so shut the fuck up. Number three, you can't
Here
fucking
we
win it
go.
every year. Shut the fuck
This
up.
alley-oop ass question. He already knew what was going to happen when he asked.
Dog, I saw that shit the other day. I was like,
Listen.
it's not fair. Shut up. You didn't deserve the
Here's a-
MVP.
what's
80's on
that?
your team. You don't deserve it. Shut the fuck up.
Right. What was
Tired of
that
this nigga.
woman? Who's that woman on ESPN who literally said,
From Boston.
Ramona Shelburne. She was like, I vote on narratives, and I think the narrative is that, you know, he's old and he's still great. So, like,
gave
no
it
one
to
thought he would
LeBron.
do this.
Oh.
I'm like, the biggest change is that you brought a top 5 player to your team
Okay.
who leads them in almost every stat. Like, what do you accept assists? Like,
G, do you mind if I
about?
say something?
Yo, let me just say he called AD a top 5 player, and I'm starting to believe he's not based on the amount of time he spends on the ground.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because he's killing. I ain't going to say he's killing. He's been killing, but I don't
He's
like
killing.
the way he always falling either. Like, that's corny.
nothing like that.
he does end up on the ground a lot.
But he's from Chicago. I think all they players always on the ground.
That is
Pat
wow.
Bev on the ground a lot too. I
Only-
think.
D-Wade,
Only
D-Wade.
him and Wade,
Jumper,
the
Nah,
guys-
Rose was
Derrick
on the ground a lot,
Rose.
too.
Derrick Rose, all the guys with the fragile bones.
yeah.
Jalen?
Damn. They need some calcium in Chicago, man. Shit.
Yeah. Because, you know,
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas wasn't always on the ground. Tim Hardaway,
That's a different era.
Tony Allen.
That was a different era.
You know what I mean? Them dudes ain't always on the ground.
They different, though.
I'll say this, right, about LeBron, right? I will just say he is a complete, and I'm being objective, G, and you're gonna laugh, but he's being really like a hypocrite because those Cleveland teams is similar to Milwaukee teams.
Yep.
They're mirrors, you
One
can
man
say.
show, no real supporting cast.
Yeah. Greek
Right.
is not playing with another top 30 player.
They
We'll
tried to
agree.
convince us Middleton was. Middleton's an all-star. That dude's not.
He's Mo Williams.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 100%.
He's Mo Williams. Just
I'll
different
agree
position.
that LeBron tripping, but at the same time, he did make some really good points, and he's probably just snitching because it ain't working his favor this time.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
LeBron spends a lot of money spinning narratives.
That's his
Now
job.
he spent money.
Yo, he has a media company. He literally
he
does
spends
spin
money.
narratives. He literally does. He has a media company. They have a
Listen.
whole empire built on make LeBron look a certain way.
Right.
do you mean?
LeBron is the king of narratives. And he's sitting there complaining about narratives. They don't watch the game.
Yo,
His
You-
whole
you gonna
whole
get
thing
mad?
this year was year 17 Wash King. That was his hashtag the whole year.
Look,
And that's
you
why
gonna
he
get
thinks he
mad
should've
at somebody playing the game, or you gonna play the game better or change the rules?
Excuse me?
You gonna get mad because he playing the game? He playing the game. That's
No,
that's
I'm
what
not.
it is.
I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping on that.
No,
I'm not tripping on
I
that.
just see through. I
I
through
get
it.
that, but don't. The thing is, he's saying narratives when you're doing the exact same thing.
Yo,
you can't do
maybe
that.
maybe
It's-
he's
it's-
like mega big brain intelligent, and he calling out the game because he know the new game coming. He about to get ready and get it next year.
I was saying that though. No, listen. I really think if LeBron have a remnants of this season next year, they're giving him the MVP.
I don't think so.
No,
I
don't think
do.
so.
I think that ship is sailed.
I think
with them giving it to
There's
Giannis
no
twice
way-
in a row.
listen, right. Did
I think
KD,
it's either him or KD.
Listen, did KD win MVP playing with Steph?
He should have.
But he did.
No.
And that's the same thing. There's no way you could sit there and justify LeBron. Like, even look at yesterday. AD was clearly the most dominant player on the floor.
Absolutely.
Literally.
So it's like you can't sit there and be like,
Literally.
right.
What
should
should
be-
the criteria really be though? What so right, we're talking about like the narratives and all the bullshit's going on, but like it's kind of hard to actually pick the MVP. Like realistically.
But it's always based on narrative. You got to be a top 2 seed, essentially. You got to
I
be
don't
the best
agree with
player
that
on
part.
that team and have it be a narrative. But that's how it's always going to happen. It's never going to happen with an 8 seed.
I think
It's not going to happen.
I think that to MVP, I feel that it should be do whatever you do equal to wins when you're doing that at an elite level. So if you putting up 28 a game but y'all losing, no. But if you putting up 20, like Greek, they had the best record in the NBA. He's putting up, what did he put up, 28 and 13, 14?
He was averaging like 30
and 15 or something crazy, 14?
14 and 6 or something like that.
Yeah, like that. If your numbers like that equal to wins, you deserve to be the MVP. Period.
How y'all feel about, so what if the players vote and you're not allowed to vote for somebody on your team, and then that's how we choose the MVP?
That would be perfect, but that takes the media out of it, and they won't allow that.
And also,
And-
everyone's going to pick LeBron because everybody kisses his ass.
Right. You
Like,
can't
you hear anybody, are these young boys talk?
Right.
It's always
That's
like
what it is. That's
LeBron
what it
the
is,
GOAT,
though.
LeBron the GOAT. But is that true every year?
But
Is
that's
he
the same
always
thing-
the best player every year? I don't know if that's true.
That's the same thing when everybody says Drew Holiday should be Defensive Player of the Year, and he'll never get it. But we respect that.
I mean, was he over
Who say that?
Greek though?
a lot of players.
I'm playing, G. I just had to.
Right. But the
I had
thing is, it's a lot of the reason why they stopped letting players do stuff because they started doing stupid shit like voting for their friends. Like Kendrick
And the
Perkins
NBA
would
is
get
a
a
big
vote.
friend league.
Kendrick Perkins would vote for Tony Allen for fucking first team All NBA. And it's like, 'cause that's my man. You know what I mean? Like they do stupid stuff like that. And that's why you can't put it in the players.
50-50.
And there's guys
No,
that
it can't be
aren't
50 neither.
liked too.
Do a
There's
percentage.
guys that aren't liked that wouldn't
30%.
get picked.
Right.
Like, boys may not like Pat Bev, and they may not want to vote for him, even though he's a great defender.
Right.
Because
Right.
he pisses people off.
I
He
think
needs some objectivity there to make it fair.
I think it should be players and coaches.
Give them the media. Give them 30%,
In the
and then
media.
get a media.
Players,
I
coaches,
would give players and coaches
Players, coaches,
25%.
and media
I wouldn't even-
only because.
Nah, Reek.
No, I said I wouldn't put no players. Former players.
Players are petty.
Former
Players are petty. I like former players because they keep it a buck. But current
Former
players are
players.
petty and they got friends.
I mean, former players, Isaiah Thomas will never get a vote.
I mean, he wouldn't get voted for particularly.
Yeah, but if you get like former
If he's
players
voting.
and then certain
Or
because the
how
thing
about-
is,
How about
'cause
they
if
do it? How about they do it with the MVPs?
no,
Former MVPs voting?
because every MVP, especially like James Harden, LeBron, they always going to complain about, well, I didn't win it this year because the narratives was for Steph. It's like they're gonna vote against somebody like Steph might have actually earned MVP, but you're not going to vote for him because they didn't give it to me.
But the thing
know what I
is,
mean?
James. See, the thing is, I'm not tripping on that. James Harden actually had a legit. Steph deserved the MVP, but if they would have gave it to James, I wouldn't have been. It's not wrong neither.
No, nobody's saying that.
So,
You know?
but because them boys wasn't playing with the other elite guys. But LeBron, you're playing with arguably. Steph was lead. I mean, Steph and James was both leading their teams in respective category. AD leads the Lakers in every stat except assists. He's the best defender, best rebounder, get the most points.
Yeah, and you can, and if you're AD, you can also say y'all
Better
didn't
free
make the
throw
playoffs
percentage.
last year. You didn't make the
Yeah.
playoffs last year,
Right.
And I automatically turned y'all to a
Top
title,
two.
right? A top 2 favorite to win the championship immediately. So you can't just say, and I know LeBron fans, well, he got hurt last year, and they're gonna pretend that he didn't do playoff mode activated
And they still
during
got
the
smoked.
season, and he still didn't make the playoffs. So, you know, AD, when you have another person that's just as much of a MVP candidate as you can't sit there and say, "Oh, they went by narrative." You're not even boosting up your own teammate. You're
But
not saying
that's why I said from rip, there's no way he can get the MVP. When you play with AD, it should be 100%. Nope, not happening. Done. And they may still give it to him with the finals. But in reality, if AD outplays him, which I'm pretty sure he will, he should get it.
even so far in the playoffs now.
AD is
How
killing.
can you really?
He is
how
crushing them.
how can you justify giving LeBron the MVP over AD?
I would have
way
liked
to
to
play.
see him do that too. Politic for your boy. You know what? I know maybe it isn't me, but he's been killing it. And that's the
Yeah.
LeBron thing I don't like. You know your man's
give
is
you
killing it. Why not be like, yo, you know what? I'm happy for so-and-so, but AD was crushing. I know we won the team together, but that's my man right there. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be there. And that's something you never hear from LeBron.
It's a good take. Yeah.
You never hear that. It's
wasn't
always
even-
about what I didn't
Yeah.
get. And it's always what they always doubting me. Motherfucker, you playing all 5 positions? It's other people.
That would have been
AD
it would have been even classier
Right.
too, because
It would have.
now
It'd
now
have
he
been a
just
nice
looks petty.
take. Right. He looks
Yeah.
super petty.
But
I would have preferred that, but he's not going to do that.
But most
unfortunately.
people don't see through LeBron like that. So
Guess he ain't paying enough money to his media company.
yeah, he's
Gotta pay
not.
more.
So it's like he's they won't notice him saying they said I couldn't do it being number 1 seed West. It's like come on, man.
Nah,
Like,
that was a bit wild. That was a bit wild.
Hey, if we ever get a LeBron fan up here, I have a question they can think about long and hard.
Pause.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
So they can think about this one.
That
What
was crazy.
LeBron? So here's the question, LeBron fans, diehard LeBron fans, not objective fans, diehard LeBron fans. What teammates do you actually give LeBron credit for? Like that helped him. Who do y'all big up? Because according to LeBron fans, he always does everything else, and nobody was that good until he played with him.
Yep.
Who did he get? They're not gonna give. Like I'm telling you, like who?
I've heard fans be like D-Wade was hurt the whole time,
right?
And gave D-Wade no credit.
How about
right?
Said Bob was a spot up shooter and gave him no credit. I've heard it.
Who didn't he carry?
the crazy thing is like everybody always talk about what Kyrie isn't. All I know is Kyrie was having 40 points in the finals and hitting game winners.
He won that game.
And the first time they lost to the Warriors, I remember Kyrie blocking Steph Curry's shot before breaking his leg.
Was cooking.
Yeah.
He was cooking and playing great defense, and then he just happened to go down. Cause I was thinking, damn, this may not be it for the Warriors.
I remember that. And
the
thing is, Kyrie kind of remind me of like Kawhi. Like they have a different level when the playoffs come.
Yes.
Like you can't ever say Kyrie, yo, man, he froze up in the playoffs. Truth be told, not even in big games. He missed, but he doesn't freeze up.
So KD and Kyrie go to the chip next year?
I hope so.
I hope not. Absolutely. I'm a Knicks fan, so like fuck y'all. Like I hope not. But like reality.
Damn sure won't be the Knicks.
Watch your mouth. Like I don't need to hear that.
Objectively,
I know
speaking,
that.
Okay.
Objectively speaking, I think Brooklyn will probably.
I would love to see them in the final.
At least be in the Eastern Conference Championship.
Not being funny. I would like to see them against the Lakers because picture the two people that's anti-LeBron and KD and Kyrie, both of them are anti-LeBron. Not them personally, but according to the media. They both hate LeBron versus AD and LeBron. It's like good guy versus bad guys, right?
If
I would love
AD's
to
still
see that.
there.
Huh?
If AD's still there.
AD not leaving.
AD is a very beta. AD's a very beta male.
He gonna stay
He'll be
around.
there. He'll be there.
Honestly, I think he should leave.
He's
Come
not.
to-
For
come
what?
to- Come to the Knicks.
He's
when
definitely
people-
not built for that.
We trade
when
for
people-
Giannis. We just
when-
gonna have just a monster over here.
Man. All right.
AD's gonna
Come
stay.
on. Come on.
But can I dream? Can
No,
I have that?
That's a fairy tale.
I stopped dreaming because it only ends in disappointment.
Yeah.
But
It may end in Westbrook on the Knicks.
No.
Yeah. Or
Like, you
Chris
seen that
Paul.
shit? Chris Paul.
Chris
No,
Paul.
you wanted that
Somebody
shit.
old.
Yo, Reek, you
I want-
wanted Reek. You wanted him.
I wanted him, but I thought he only had a year left.
No, he got 2 years left. I was like, F that, man.
Chris Paul is done. I think he's
Yeah,
done.
I thought I would have took it if he had a year left, but he doesn't.
You know, I would take it if we were gonna get like picks. Give us some of that
Yeah.
that haul you got for Paul George. Give me 2 first rounders or a first rounder
Yeah.
or somebody.
Give us Chris
whatever.
Paul 2 of those.
Then I'll take that. That's $40 million off your books. I want at least 1 first round pick and maybe a second rounder to take that shit off your hands. And they'll give you some young pieces to go build with. But nah, I'm not.
Which the Knicks have tons of those.
Yeah.
To build with?
That's all they draft. No, to draft. They just got tons of they're the best team with young pieces. I don't know if to build with, but they got young talent. Or really old talent. It's heads or tails.
Never anybody in their prime.
Yeah, it's heads or tails.
Really young talent.
Never anybody in their prime
Yeah, like
since the 90s.
even them.
Hey, how y'all feel about LeBron's son smoking weed on Instagram?
He in Cali. That's what 15-year-olds do.
Yo, since dad is
Legal.
gone, he living his best life. He on
question
TikTok
is-
with chicks. He's smoking blunts. I'm like, what?
Maybe he's acting like his dad.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Well, he learned it from his dad.
I mean, every 15-year-old, first of all, he's a rich kid.
Yeah,
I'm just happy it's weed.
yeah.
Who said he ain't doing nothing else?
Come on, man. Let's
Damn.
not. Come on, man. God, dog.
Damn.
God, come on.
What?
Yo, you know that was
Murder Reek in the building. Ugh.
yo. Like
So,
I'm
how
happy
does- how
he's
does
smoking
Bronny-
weed at 15. That's what 15-year-olds do.
How does Bronny know the plug?
It's California. It's like getting cigarettes.
He's still not 18 though, so he gotta have a plug. It's legal, but I think you gotta be 18 though,
Okay,
don't you?
all right. All of us. How hard was
Bill,
it for
he-
us to obtain liquor if we really wanted it?
But like,
Look where you were
Wait,
living at
wait,
compared to where Bronny lived.
right?
at.
He not living where it's just like a bunch of people just handing out alcohol.
Okay,
to minors.
even easier because it's at their parents' house.
So they
I
got
just
they got
got-
they got,
who's
they
the
got
plug?
weed. They got weed at the bill, just rolling up.
It's California. It's legal. It's like having cigarettes.
Okay, now you're saying that they not good parents. They letting their 15-year-old just get blunts
Right,
off the
they
house
just got-
and just roll up.
Everybody can get it. It's if you want to do it.
So
I
it's just
don't know.
rolled up. It's just
All right,
rolled
all
up
right, all right.
on the kitchen counter.
Huh?
It's just rolled up on the kitchen
He got
counter.
some
So
cereal
it's-
and got a blunt. That's just
You can YouTube that. You can YouTube that. I fixed the furnace today. I YouTubed how to fix a furnace.
to
you
YouTube how to
think
get a blunt
Bronny-
and roll it.
Bronny, you think Bronny went to YouTube to learn how to roll this up?
Why
Or
wouldn't
did
he?
you watch
They
his
go to
dad
YouTube
do
for everything else.
I don't know if that's on YouTube. I don't know if rolling blunts is on YouTube. It may be. It's just a different world. I had to just watch somebody, so I don't know. But
have to
if you
look it
say
up.
so,
Hold
I don't
on,
think
hold on.
Bronny
Okay,
had-
all right.
I don't
So-
think Bronny had to go look it up.
all right. How about that? And he from Akron, so it might just automatically be in his DNA.
damn,
Just come up and just.
I'm not one of them people that's
He's
going
from Ohio, man. So that
Like,
comes
it'd
with
be
the
crazy if LeBron's smoking weed. Like, it ain't
No.
a big deal.
No, he probably does. Like it's medicinal.
okay.
Yeah. He has a rather large budget for his body.
Yeah, got the
So
best.
got a weed budget. All right. So
Got the best. But the thing is, first of all, like I said, man, I'm just happy as weed.
I mean, it's not the worst thing. I think it's
Well, you
funny
know-
the kind of buzz it's generated.
Well, you know, Vel, they say that's how it starts.
It's a gateway drug, as they
Yeah,
say.
the food, the food from what I
He
hear.
said
Super
boom.
trolling.
Yo, Rick, you reaching, man. You act like you Rick James, man.
Listen, man.
Like,
Oh shit!
Gateway
Well,
drug.
huh?
Hey, Vel, do you know anybody that went straight to crack?
Wow! Yo, you wildin'.
Yo, he got the do-rag on.
Yo,
Yo,
I also
but-
know people
yo,
that
but
been
he-
smoking
but he's
weed
not-
35 years and never tried
I'm
crack.
just saying.
But he's right though. No one just starts there.
No
Yeah,
one
but
just
no-
right.
No one
Right.
just
hold
starts
on.
with like, yo, honestly, give me that shit. Like no one starts there.
All
That's
right.
a fact.
All right, so every drug is a gateway drug.
Yes.
Weed
Everything,
is the starter pack.
yeah, everything's a starter pack. When you
How's
was a
everything
kid,
a starter pack?
when everything, like you don't just go when you go out to eat. You just don't go for steaks, right? You went for burgers, then you go to steaks.
Depends on where you went to though. If you
Yeah, it
went to
depends
steakhouse, I'm
on-
not going to get a burger.
I don't know that.
You go for
Come
burger.
on,
You don't
man.
like, yo, you didn't. When
Weed
we was
is-
eating out with
weed-
our parents, we didn't just go for the steak. We was
Weed
chicken
is like-
fingers, and then when we got old enough, you could choose what you want.
Not me.
He said, not me.
Oh, see, now you personalizing it. We just talk in general.
Hey, man, like weed is like when you start a game up and they give you the tutorial. That's,
Yo, all right, man. Okay, all right, okay,
The reasons all what it is.
all right,
Oh shit!
Okay.
He said it's like the game
all right,
tutorial.
all right.
Ah,
All right,
Yeah.
fellas, I gotta
Hey,
get out of here.
Hey.
I have to go.
he
I
said I have to go. Bronny enjoy himself apparently. Dad's gone. He
Yeah,
having
he's-
fun.
he's a kid,
He having fun.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
you know. He doesn't be mad about. You know, people gonna blow it out of proportion.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought was funny too. It was a lot of just, oh my god, and I'm just like, dude, I don't care. I just think it must suck at that age. You can't be a kid. Same thing happened with Malia and Sasha, and I think one of them was caught with weed or whatever. It was like, oh my god, I can't. Hey, kids, man, I don't care. It's funny. I don't really care though.
I think the age, you know, because even with Obama's kid, at least they were in college. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? But
that's
true. Bronny being like 15, you know, it doesn't look good.
It don't look good. And he's probably the most followed and recognizable 15-year-old anyway. I mean,
And to do it and post it.
Riley, he got some. Your kid got some balls. He was like, "Yo,
It ain't like TMZ caught you.
right, like outside some random club or at your crib walking in. Like, no, you just put it out there for everybody to see. Like, he must be really enjoying dad out the house. He like, man, fuck that dude. I'm gonna do what I want. All right. He got it. I guarantee you got a call. He got a call from the bubble.
Oh yeah, he got a call.
What the hell going on with you?
LeBron put his Malcolm X book down and made the call.
Yo, he probably got a page 3 or 4 by now, yo. He gotta at least be page 3 or 4.
Nobody asked me any follow-up questions about the Malcolm book.
Somebody should add Taylor Rooks. Who's still in the bubble? I think Rooks left. Somebody needs to add one of the reporters. Ask about the Malcolm X book.
Right. He hasn't come out with a book, been in the locker room with a book since that incident.
He was like, I ain't doing that shit again. I found out, did my market research.
Yeah.
No more books. I'm gonna get asked
They got
about it.
secret.
They got my secret. Speaking of jokes, did y'all see? I know y'all seen this. The Travis Scott meal. How do y'all feel about it? I don't mean to move from one troll topic to the next.
Yo,
But how do y'all feel about this nigga
I
pushing
asked-
McDonald toys?
I asked people, like I said on Twitter, like when I first saw it, I was like, yo, people really getting Travis Scott Happy Meals? People was in my mentions like, yo, that should be hitting. Like,
Yo, you
Wait.
serious?
Grown man?
Like
oh,
adults?
woman.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe when I saw that shit, I thought it was a joke. I swear I thought it was I'm like, I gotta be tripping right now. I thought it
That's
was a
crazy.
joke.
So I thought he came out with a pillow too, right? I thought that was a joke, like a chicken nugget pillow.
What?
Yeah, I thought they said he came out with a chicken nugget pillow or something. I hope I'm not getting memed or nothing, but
Oh no, I can't.
I'm like, they joking for real. Let me see if I can find this shit.
The nugget pillow was funny.
I mean, this is a nugget pillow. This is real. This is a real thing.
Travis Scott chicken nugget pillow, body pillow. Yep, it's a real thing.
Oh my.
Shop.traviscott.com.
At what point is it just like, I mean, it's shucking and jiving all the way, but are we happy he's getting his money? I'm like, bro, really? McDonald's? A toy? A meal?
It resells for $450.
A pillow of a chicken nugget?
Oh,
yes.
Shit.
That's what these articles are saying.
I mean, y'all want to go buy some pillows?
The resale.
For $400 resale? Shit. How much are they? They must be sold out already then.
They're sold out. I can't see any on the site.
So let me get this straight.
Oh, shit.
In the past month, we've seen people buy the Kanye slides that just look like
the art project. Like,
an art project. They look like the model that you practice on. Like, we're going to write our designs on these and see what comes out. And now, people are buying chicken nugget pillows. For how much?
$400.
Does it smell like a chicken nugget?
But then why would you want to sleep with chicken nuggets?
It's like, what comes with this pillow? Like,
I don't. It's shit like this, man. It's crazy. On the one hand, in the culture, you'll hear like, man, ownership's important. Travis Scott Happy Meal. Like, what the like what? I don't just.
It was originally $90.
Even that is stupid high for a pillow.
What bedspread do you get with that?
I like that you take it into like, let's just assume this is real.
Right.
Let's just assume this is like something I legit got a plan for.
I mean, otherwise your bed gonna look weird. Just a random chicken nugget on it. Do you get multiple chicken nuggets and just have them on both? You know, you're bringing up interesting questions, Reed. I don't know what you do with that.
Because these are questions that a normal person would ask because I'm removing Travis Scott's name from it.
Like
just
this, I don't know what's the buzz behind him. I don't get it. There's like this weird cult following behind him. I don't quite understand it. Maybe one of y'all can help me understand.
I like his last album. I feel like I enjoyed it, but I also wondered, like, because I don't know if you heard it, but every song has like 2 different beats. So I'm like, this dude is like blowing his budget for producers because like it's like 1,000 beats per song. I'm like, yo, your splits are crazy.
And that's the thing that I think makes Joe and Kanye kind of crazy because Travis Scott, Kanye's another one. They'll do stuff like that and think they're owed more money when like your album alone cost millions of dollars to make.
It had to. It had to. Unless they just had like a producer in the booth that just had like 50 half-started beats and they just didn't feel like finishing them.
You said we're gonna put them together and just
it's like, yo, like I know you're not paying for this album, and this album is not a normal album budget. No.
And I would understand if they blend it well, but some of them, the beat just straight cuts off and goes to the next one.
This is the Astro World album you're talking about? Cause I even heard it.
Yeah, I actually like it. I like a couple songs.
It's not a bad album. I like the album. But it's just like, when you look at it, it's like, okay, all the producers, the samples, like your album budget is in the millions, guaranteed. Like, it's no way it's not. The features, like, it's no way it's not in the millions to get made. No way.
So is he a guy that's looked at as like that unconventional genius, and that's where this buzz comes from behind him? Like, I'm not the biggest fan.
Genius.
I mean, I don't know most people that claim to be one are, but I mean,
he's kind of like a newer Kanye, because he started out as a producer.
Right.
And then people keep calling his albums brilliant albums because he'll do stuff like G said, like switch the beat midway through.
When you really break it down to like what he's really doing, it's like, oh, okay, that's not genius. It's
right.
It's a good idea sometimes, at best.
He said at best.
Yeah, it's like it's nothing. It's like
Call it genius.
Yeah, he doesn't really write his rhymes. You know,
I mean that was not too surprising, but apparently that doesn't matter no more, which is just sad.
No, that doesn't matter.
He's also
Drake got caught, don't matter. He got caught, don't matter.
I mean, and him not writing his rhymes, it doesn't even mean anything because he's essentially like a evolved mumble rapper anyway. So, you know, so it's like, I mean, you're not listening to the song for his lyrics. Like, pretty much the same thing I was saying, like, I didn't know about is the same reason why I listen to a song, because its fucking beats are fire, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes Drake will pop on a song, and then it's like double fire beat Drake.
Right. And we know he's not cheap. So it's like,
dude, seriously.
It's like, oh man, Travis.
He seems like so. Out of all the artists that maybe could have ran this campaign, he's like the one that hasn't messed up yet. So it's like he's fire and he hasn't done anything crazy in public. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Well, good for McDonald's. They got their guy. Fucking shucking and jiving for fucking burgers.
I just looked at the nugget pillow too.
Yeah, it's a nugget, right? It's like a straight up chicken nugget.
It's a nugget.
A legitimate. You want to dip it in sweet and sour sauce nugget.
I thought it was food.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Like, this nigga selling a $90 chicken nugget. The fuck?
I'm done. Oh my goodness. All right, well, good for him, I guess. He's making money. You know, we don't talk about NFL. I was going to ask you that because we don't talk about the NFL at all. I mean, I watched. The Saints beat Tom Brady, but Tom Brady looks fine on the old, which is nice.
I think he's been looking old. He's
been looked old, but now he doesn't have the protection of a great coach and defense.
Yeah, Belichick just knew how to hide his oldness.
And that's why he was ready to get rid of his ass. He's like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of your old ass.
He's been trying to get rid of him for years because he knew what he was limited to doing.
That's why I think it's crazy that Tampa Bay just gave him the bag. Like, we think you're going to make us good. Really? The best coach in the league was like, you can go. And you were like, nah, we got the best coaches. We'll make it work. Really?
And I don't like Belichick, but like everybody he's let go, their career ain't really doing too good.
No.
he gets no one leaves in this, oh man, look at how great this guy looks now. Never said that.
Glad he got out of that hellhole. Like
no one ever said. And again, I'm saying that I do not like him at all, but
yeah.
I mean, you can't argue with the results, unfortunately.
He's literally doing the same with Cam. It's like, okay, we're not throwing a lot of passes that's beyond 10 yards.
But now we got a guy who can run. I can do the same thing I've been doing this whole time, and now it's actually more of a threat.
Right.
They may actually be competent this year.
And in Tampa, they're actually having Tom like really throw the ball, and he hasn't been doing that in years.
You see, his arm probably still sore.
The MAGA quarterback was arguing, so like when he threw that interception, they were trying to determine whose fault it was, and they were getting at the coach for saying it was Tom Brady's fault. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that. It was happening in the game. Well, such and such didn't keep running this route. Like, it was a bad throw.
Right. I did see that one. Oh, that one was bad. It was way over his head. Like, he should have kept running. I'm like, into the sky? Where was he supposed to run to? I think it was what was it? Mike? It was it not Mike Williams? Who was it? What's that?
No, one of them was Mike.
He was running, and like, mind you, that he's a big dude. And you're like, yeah, he cut up his route there. I'm like, it was 30 feet in the air. What do you mean he cut off his route?
It was a bad throw.
It was an awful throw.
I think like Shannon Sharp was even saying like most quarterbacks even know not to make that throw, even if he didn't finish his route.
He not gonna ever get there. That doesn't make sense. Oh man. It's been
He just thought
interesting though.
he thought he was gonna come down to the. I mean, I'll admit the Saints division is weak. I never denied that. He thought he was gonna come down to a weak division and just take over.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
The
Atlanta
division was
any
always
given year, Atlanta could be decent, and y'all are a good team. Y'all should have
And-
probably went to the ship last year.
in the division, we're competitive with each other. When they leave the division, they're complete trash. That's why the Saints, they'll have like a 11-5 record or whatever, but lose to the Falcons, and who has like a 5-10 or so, whatever the games add up. But yeah,
Conference games are always harder.
Always, even if the teams aren't that great, they're always harder. How do y'all feel about football in general? Like, it's back, and I'm kind of happy. I still feel like it's still the league of oppression in my mind.
yeah.
I haven't quite let go of the fact that the Cowboys were on Sunday Night Football, and they were like, yeah, Jerry Jones is really against the whole kneeling thing, so everyone stands still. And I'm just like, God, still on this stupid shit? Like, I just turned the game off. I was just like, are you still this stupid? We still
I'll
wouldn't
say-
do all this and you this dumb still, and you in Dallas. Like, okay, fuck Texas. I don't even care anymore.
Rick, no, I haven't watched, and I'm a football guy. I haven't watched NFL in like 3 years. Whenever Cap started doing,
G hasn't watched it in years.
I stopped watching it. I've been in this house with COVID for so long that I'm like, yo, I need an excuse to do something. So I watched. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this week. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know football is weird without fans. Like, football is really weird without fans. It's really weird to watch somebody score a touchdown and do a touchdown dance to nobody.
Yeah.
I think they've been piping in the music and like the sounds of the fans, which made me not. I didn't realize as much that there was no fans there. But I'm the same as you in terms of just not wanting to watch. Like, I watched a little bit last year because I was doing fantasy. Actually won both my leagues I was in, which is cool. But I really watched for that purpose. I don't have the same joy of watching it because I'm like, y'all completely in a league that's 60%, 70% black. Y'all dropped the ball on this so hard. I don't want to support, but at the same time, I want my boys to get paid. I want them to get money, so like that's coming from us watching and supporting them. But it's hard, man, because the majority of the money go to the owners, and they always are like, "Fuck y'all, we don't really care about what y'all going through. Get out here and bust your leg open for this game." And I'm like, I don't feel that. And when you got people like Jones who still don't get this shit, even now, really, I will never like football like I used to like it, and it sucks because it don't gotta be like that. But it's NBA and fuck everybody else at this point.
For the most part, football is like, it took me stepping away 2 years to actually become unbiased about it because, like I said, I'm ride or die football, right? It's kind of boring to watch. Like, unless you're watching like a team that's like a high flying team, maybe the Saints type of team, I'll say Kansas City, like those teams that's going to air it out. Otherwise, it's like 3 and out, but to run 2 times, throw a short pass, miss, 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, punt.
Like, and you notice it more, especially when there's no fans.
To hype it up,
like,
to hype up the hits, and
it's like how
rounds.
boring certain games can be because it's just like it looks like practice.
Yeah.
Like,
or like a preseason game because like I know when I watched the Chiefs, they do like a social distance people in the stadium, but it's still like it's even less than a preseason game. So you're just like, I guess, but it's not. It is boring. It is slow, even for them at times.
It's a lot of stopping commercials after every play. It's like
every play, dude. Like,
it's a drag to watch now, man. It's unless you getting drunk or doing whatever entertainment of choice while you're watching football. It's like
you crack a couple of beers open, you'll be good. You crack a couple of beers open, it makes it all worth it. Crack open a couple of beers, have some wings. All right, you know what? This isn't so bad.
But that was my whole point about like why I'll never watch baseball, because baseball people tell me I need to be inebriated to enjoy the game.
I would say baseball is a sport, and I grew up playing baseball. And like my family's big baseball fans. If you don't understand baseball, it's boring as shit. If you don't understand the nuances of like pitches and like pitch counts and a battle at the plate, and like if you don't understand that shit, it's a pretty game to watch. it's super pretty, but it's super slow. So it's hard. I tell people all the time, and I'm a baseball guy. They're like, "Yo, how you watch that shit?" I'd be like, "I grew up watching this shit. That's really why I've been indoctrinated in this shit. Because if I just picked it up today, I'd be like, this is fucking stupid. I ain't watching this shit." But when you've been watching since you've been 6, it's like Sundays, Saturdays, weeknights. If baseball was on, it was on in my house. There was no go to another room. It was like, no, we watching baseball. That was it. So
it's terrible now because you look at like somebody hit a home run and there's no fans there. I'm not even excited.
They feel that. I think they're the ones that are hurt the most by no fans. They put up like pictures in the stands. I was like,
yeah, I saw
what
that.
the fuck are y'all doing? Like, you know who actually who's like mastered this no fan shit? I don't know if y'all watch wrestling. Wrestling feels like the WWE. That shit feels like it's just fine. They put a bunch of like monitors all around the stadium, so it feels like a bunch of fans are watching. It's like the NBA thing, but better. It just looks better, and you feel like, oh shit.
I believe it. Because the other thing is, like with wrestling, when you watch it, like you never focus on the fans anyway, unless they go in there.
Exactly.
But like I don't think it was like a tough transition. You know what I mean? For them to do it, but the NFL by far got the worst.
Yeah. Tennis is okay because they're quiet anyway.
Right. They can't be a part of the game anyway.
They're another sport that you really never focus on fans. It's just the way it's shot. Like you never really see fans anyway. So it looks the same when you're watching it.
We gotta do more Knicks stuff.
We have no news.
Do Knicks ever have news? Are there ever anything worth talking about? The trade we gotta talk about.
Like if you're like me, I got Bleacher Report. Knicks are my team. I get updates, and it's like I haven't got an update on the Knicks in weeks.
You gotta go like scour the internet. Like you gotta be on like Knicks fan or Knicks.tv. You gotta go to them because I swear they get a whole bunch of fake scoops that no one else has but Knicks sources.
Yeah, I look on Bleacher Report, and the top thing that they had up is, will the Rockets blow up?
Right. I hate how Bleacher Report does it. They'll be like, this has nothing to do with the Knicks at all. But no, but I think why is because there's been reports out of strictly New York sources talking about getting maybe CP3, also maybe getting Westbrook, because they're just like, who's going to take that albatross of a contract? I don't want it. But again, if you send in picks, we ain't going to be good. Let Westbrook run wild for 2 years. I don't care.
Yeah.
If we're going to get picks for him, I mean, I think that's a team that's what we should be doing, because I feel like smart teams did that. They'll take crappy contracts, allow you to extend your guys out, so you don't worry about, the cap being over or whatever, and we'll just do what we got to do. But I think we should be doing that 100%.
Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about the Knicks. Okay.
Oh, fuck you.
Put my camera back on.
Yo, whatever. Like, whatever, dude. Like, let us be. That's why we got Knicks, cuz. You better stop. I'm going to start making Knicks topics a top thing. Keep playing. You know how it's going to be an hour and a half of Knicks talk and then 20 minutes of the Pelicans.
We're going to end up offering Van Vliet.
Oh, dude. They've already talked about it. Yeah. $22 million a year offer sheet. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Knicks historically has you guys in guards. I don't know, man.
I think what we have to do is draft one. I'm at the point now where I'm like, even if we can't trade up, get Halliburton if you have to.
I got RJ.
He's not a guard. He's a power forward and a guard body. This dude is not a guard. He can't shoot. He can't handle the rock like that. He did in college. They tried to do it in the NBA, and he looked awful at it.
With this draft, it's LaMelo or bust.
I say trade up. I say get to the number 2 spot. They've been talking about it all this whole time. Trade to number 2. The Warriors don't need to be that high up. Give them whoever they want, not name Mitch, and get that number 2 pick. Get Melo or if Melo goes 1 somehow, some way, take the other dude from Georgia. I don't care, but we need.
Yeah, I'm about to pull another person from like France or something.
I do feel like they're gonna do that shit, and that
They're gonna do
scares
some
me.
It's
yard
gonna
person
piss me off.
It's gonna
from
piss me so
Spain.
off.
And the more I see Mitchell Robinson practicing jumpers, it's pissing me off too.
I don't mind that. I mean, he gonna have a green light. Who else is gonna be shooting on the rock? They gonna get rid of Randall.
That's like telling Andre Drummond to shoot more.
Nah, Andre Drummond that dude is he's a one-trick pony. I think Mitch has the opportunity to be a little bit more than that. Just be confident with a jumper. Do I need to see him taking boys off the dribble like Durant? No.
Right. That's
but
what
to be able to, he been doing a lot of that. I need to see him be able to just hit a consistent jumper so he's not like dead weight on spacing. So if he steps out 15, 20 feet, you got to respect it. That's all I want. I don't need no more than that. Because he's good at what he does. Get in the paint, dude. Be a center. You need to play center. But I'm the Knicks depress me. But it can't get no worse than this, apparently. So
No.
7'2".
Who, Mitchell Robinson?
Uh-huh.
He tall. He real 7-footer. True 7-footer.
He's one of the best, like, people don't know because he's on the Knicks, but he's literally one of the best defenders in the league.
I mean, he was easily the best pick of that second round.
What did he lead the league in blocks? Or he was top 3 at least in blocks?
And he was top 3, top 5 in blocks, and he obviously led the league in field goal percentage. No, he broke the record for field goal percentage.
Yeah. He dunks everything.
Because he catches every lob by the rim. Is like he's like a young. I would even see a DeAndre. He's probably even better than him.
He's better than DeAndre Jordan was.
He's like a catch every lob around.
He's a better version of DeAndre Jordan.
Better lateral speed, and actually probably a better defender.
Yeah,
he's a really good place. Like for all the talk we can't draft right, he was a second round pick. So for all the we can't draft and develop talent, which is what's talked about the Knicks all the time. Look at this dude. I mean, like we hit on that pick 100%.
Man, I'm sorry I even asked that question. I'm tired of y'all talking about the Knicks, man.
It's ridiculous.
No, I want New York teams to do well.
Oh, really?
When the Knicks are good, the NBA is good.
It is true.
The NBA's been great without them.
That's false.
I mean, there's no good teams that. I find there's just 3 or 4 good teams, and you need more. You need the Knicks to be good. You want that buzz. The NBA is good when the Knicks, Lakers, and Celtics are all good. Because when they were all last good, the ratings were crazy. Because you had big markets really invested. No one wants to watch Milwaukee.
It's nothing like a Knicks playoff game.
Nothing.
Want to know why? Because they never going back.
Yo, watch your mouth. Yo, why?
We'll be fine.
That's why there's nothing like it because it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. You enjoy.
Y'all probably like 10 years. Y'all 10 years out. You're probably 10 years out.
10 years out from what?
Being relevant again.
Being relevant again. You get if we get LaMelo somehow and he's good, we'll be relevant in a year. What do you mean?
Right.
No, because y'all have.
We'll be on TV. We get LaMelo. We're on your national TV every week.
It makes me so mad that the Knicks game is only. Well, I mean now, but Knicks
if
game.
If we trade and get into the top 3, doesn't matter who we pick, we will be back on the national spotlight just to watch whoever it is that we pull in. Because at that point, you're talking Wiseman, Melo, or the dude from Georgia. Either way, you're gonna want to watch that dude play with RJ and play with Mitch.
Yeah,
they will be relevant again just that fast.
It's time to rebrand, man. Pelicans did it. We got Zion. Time for you to rebrand.
Rebrand as what?
Something else. I don't know.
We're the Knicks.
We went
we're one of the original franchises. We're not a franchise that was made 2 years ago. Sorry, New Orleans.
Rebrand and you'll get and you'll get a top pick.
Think of how bad you are. You had to rebrand in 5 years of being created.
Hey, we got Zion.
Yeah, just stop using the Saints medical facilities. You just became a real team a year ago. How dare you throw shade at us?
They had the Saints trainer and wonder why Zion didn't get any smaller.
Zion didn't get no smaller. He was hurt all year. AD was never healthy. Your team, yeah, whatever.
Rebrand,
you were a fan of another team, maybe. You're a fan of the Pelicans. I don't want to hear no shit from you at all.
I mean, you see what happens to get a number 1 pick.
Yeah, David Griffin obviously calling in favorites for a third time. Tired of this dude.
Rebrand, man. All right, that's it. I'm done trolling. I don't got enough trolling me.